Ladies and gentlemen, in this redgamingtech.com video, I want to be talking to you about a man who needs very little introduction to the gaming community, Peter Molyneux, and his latest project. Peter Molyneux, just like John Carmack, is one of those names in gaming that you just know, and his new studio, which is 22 Cans, is going to be trying to put out a new project called Godus, which is apparently a reinvention of the Godgame genre. Peter Molyneux, of course, has just recently left Microsft. There's many reasons as to that, apparently, but one of those is that they were stifling his creative geniuses or something like that. I've heard many different explanations. However, to me, even back in Microsft, his heyday with Microsft, he wasn't at his peak. Fable 1 was pretty decent, but other than that, I wasn't really impressed with the later Fables, if I'm honest. I know some people absolutely love them. To me, he was at his best when he was at Bullfrog, and when Bullfrog were gobbled up by EA, a lot of their splendour disappeared, just like in my opinion with Westwood, but, well, that's a different story. Anyway, Bullfrog were, of course, responsible for titles such as Populous and Magic Carpet. Magic Carpet actually ranks as to be one of my favourite all-time games, especially the older genre, and I absolutely loved Magic Carpet 1 to death. Actually, it was one of those really unique kind of gaming experiences that hasn't really been anything exactly like it since. Of course, there was a sequel, but let's not get into that. Anyway, Populous, of course, was, well, popular, but back in the 8-bit era, and has been ported onto many different things since. But anyway, recently his studio, which once again is 22 Cans, has released a new title quite recently, just about a week ago in fact, called Curiosity, and apparently it's hit about 2 million downloads, which you'd think would be enough to fund the project, and yet apparently not. As I said, he's put up a plea, if you will, on Kickstarter for, get this, 450,000, wait for it, pounds. That's a lot of pounds. I was actually surprised at the sheer number, although of course games do require a lot of cash these days. And anyway, more surprisingly than that, the title is apparently going to be out on PC and mobile devices, which is a surprise to me. Why mobile devices? I have a feeling it's either going to be towards the user interface, or possibly he doesn't want to get involved in consoles anymore. Maybe he doesn't want to work with Microsft, who the hell knows. Anyway, it's going to be an experience that, well, is interesting. The pitch reads, and I quote, "Populous was created over 22 years ago, and we believe that to date, nothing has come close to emulating its powerful godlike experience, its experience we aim to reimagine." So that's going to be very interesting indeed. There has been other titles, such as Black and White, which to many people at least was quite a disappointment. Anyway, continuing, Godus blends the power, growth and scope of Populous with the detailed construction and multiplayer excitement of Dungeon Keeper, which, coming out of quote for a second, is another one of my favourite games from them. I absolutely love Dungeon Keeper 1 and 2, and I'm really hoping that we're going to see something similar to that again, but anyway. And going back into the quote, and the intuitive interface and technical innovations of Black and White, which once again I've heard mixed opinions on. I never actually really played it that much other than a demo, if I'm honest, but opinions were fairly mixed on Black and White. Some people absolutely adored it and thought it was, you know, the coming of PC gaming. Other people less so kind, and kind of were disappointed in it. Anyway, this is going to be an interesting one, I feel. And I would not be surprised at all if Molyneux gets his money, because, well, although it's a lot of money, it's not that much money for A, for game, and B, Molyneux has quite a fan base, so I have a feeling he'll get it quite easily. I am very curious to see what he's actually going to be doing with this one, and I'm really hoping it's not going to be a disappointment. I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be judging him on this one, myself included, of course. Because it's going to be one of the first real God games he's done in a while, and because now he has everything his own way, if you will. He's not working under the tutelage, if you will, of Microsoft. It'll be interesting to see just what he does with this. Anyway, I'm very tired, as you can probably tell by the way I'm speaking. I have not slept much, and so it's time for me to upload this and go to bed. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. I am going to upload this, and as I said, bed for me. So take care of yourselves. Bye for now.